is whether the shapes are good and easy to read, because we want, of all things, we want that you guys are able to see your characters in the game, right? You got to see this is Nocturne and that is Master Yi. You don't want to mix them up at any given time. So a black and white drawing like this tells us, is that a recognizable shape? So this is a preview of the splash art we have for the Void Nocturne skin. I just love that guy. Let's move on to the next slide. And so then we have Frost Nocturne, right? And so the idea of Frost Nocturne was that this nightmare that became alive was caught by the summoners. And the summoners were forcing this nightmare to fight in the League of Legends. And in order to trap him, they trapped him in a frost cave. And this is kind of what stuck with him. And if you see the first design, our designers, his name is Maokai, that's what the character Maokai is based on. Our designer drew this image, and I came in and I said, that is awesome, but unfortunately we cannot fold the blades. And we had this idea of folding all the blades in, so if you turn one over, we had to redesign the blades, so in order for us as animators to be able to retract those blades and make them really vicious. So we want to show you a little bit how it looks like. We had this amazing idea, right? It looked really cool in a 2D drawing, but how do we get it into 3D? So we created a mesh, and up to that point, it's not a big deal. We do meshes all the time. But this is how many controls we have on a single character in order to actually move it in the game. All those little yellow rings is stuff that I can grab, and I can move it around, and it actually moves the character around. Here you see, if we apply the texture, and there you see the rig is now actually working. We can now retract the blades, which is something that we do a lot in the taunts, in the joke, in the laughs. You should really check out those cool moves, because he's retracting his blade and saying a really cool line, and looks really vicious. So working as an animator is a lot of fun because you get to scare people. I love that. I'm just waiting to show. Yes. So what we did, we had this trail of particles that were supposed to follow him. But I, as an animator, I have to kind of visualize how that's going to look like. And so I created this dummy object that you just saw in order for me to pre-visualize it. And this is more how it's going to look like in the game. So he has these particles coming out. But as you can see, it's actually a fake. It's just a 2D plane on where you can see the particles. But we developed a lot of technology for this character in order to make it look really awesome. So we're using 2D fluid dynamics in our game, and it runs on low machines, so don't be afraid, it's going to run on your computer. This is a really, really technically challenging character that we were tackling. And then just wanted to show you how the animations look if you don't see them from above. This is a run animation that we did. So we give him this nice swagger, this floatiness, and I hope that when you play this guy, that he does feel really, really creepy, and that you really feel like you're a shadow assassin character, that the art is helping you to feel that. And a big part of this art is actually the sound. And so I want to introduce Jay Watford, who has been working countless hours and overtime and on the weekend to get this character in time for PAX out here, to make him as scary as he can be. So Jay, you want to come up here?
Jay! Woo! Woo! Thanks, Alex. Is this going to work on here? Okay. Hey guys, I'm Jay Watford. I'm a sound designer at Riot, which is the coolest job that ever existed. I want to talk a bit about voiceover, Nocturne's voiceover. There are a lot of parts that go into sound, but the one that we find really creates the character, and the one that really connects to everyone who plays it is the voice. So we, at Riot now, we're paying extra close attention to the voices that our champions have, and in a game like League of Legends, you have such crazy out there champions that it's just really one of the biggest things we do to create these champions is processing. Basically taking a normal actor's voice and pitching it up, pitching it down, running it through all sorts of effects, doing anything we can think of to make it sound crazy. So to demonstrate this, I want to play you guys some stuff that's never been heard out of the Riot office. Some stuff that even like Alex, Ryan may have never heard. And these are the original voices before we process them for some of our older characters. So this is the original casting.
The balance of power must be preserved.
Okay, it sounds like Garrett's little brother. Look at this picture. Look how cool this picture is. It's not that cool. So we take it, we shift it through. We want to make it sound like it's going through pipes, so we actually put little paper cups up to the speakers and record what's coming out there. Put it all together and you get this.
The balance of power must be preserved.
Wow, that's really basic. That's awesome. So yeah, so we actually have, that's actually Void Walker. We took a real voice, we did all this crazy stuff to it, here's Void Walker. So here's a really good actor. This guy who does Cogmizo, he's an incredible actor. Take a listen to his original set. That's pretty close. I mean, it's kind of close to the Cogma that we know. Kind of sounds like Golem a little bit, so we want to kind of go into that. We want to make this is what void creatures sound like. This is something that's unique to League of Legends.
Keep coming, not fall.
Suddenly it sounds like there's 20 little Cogmas in there that are also squeaking and yelling and all that stuff. And then this is my personal favorite. This was a joy to work on. The actor was incredible and he gave it an amazing reading, so let's hear that.
Be gone, vile magics.
That's an angry dude, but that's not an angry tree. So we take it, we pitch it down, like down. We make it sound like this.
Be gone, vile magics.
And suddenly your whole speaker system's shaking every time the guy's talking to you. Suddenly he's a tree. He feels like a tree when he talks to you. So now we're going to move on to Nocturne. I'm going to play you his original voice as it was recorded, and then I'm going to play you some layers that we actually created with his voice, and then we're going to play it all together. So we're going to start with Nocturne's original voice.
Embrace the darkness.
Okay, everyone's like, uh-oh. Everyone's like, yeah, it's creepy, but it's not scary. It's kind of like creepy. There's a creepy dude behind me, but it's not there's a phantom beast behind me. So what we did is we flipped it around, run it through synthesizers, we get it really deep, and we start getting layers that sound like this.
Embrace the darkness.
Okay, so now you're starting to get some kind of scary stuff. And this guy right here, he is freaked out because he's like, oh no, he's going to sound like that. But that's not what he sounds like, so don't worry. So then we're like, okay, we have this demony voice that we can mix in, but we want him to be ghostly. You know, we really want to capture what the part was capturing. So we start running it at the reverbs, reversing it, and we start getting layers like this. Okay, you can still hear him in there, and it sounds pretty ghostly, but we wanted to take it even further and have these layers that moved with his voice, but they're just these sounds that are all around him and doing it. So, yeah, go on. And that's really scary. So now we're going to go back and we're going to play the original voice again. So, yeah, that one.
Embrace the darkness.
Now we took everything that you've heard before, we mixed it, we mastered it, and put everything together to create Nocturne. Maybe not. Maybe we didn't. That's not. Oh no, he's not done.
Embrace the darkness.
So there we have.
Woo!
This guy is so freaking scary. We'll play it one more time. I'm so lucky. Everyone didn't believe it was going to happen. Alright, you guys can hear him at the booth. Put headphones on. When you're playing against him, we did something really cool where we crashed your ultimate. The enemy team actually hears him whispering in your ears. The world goes dark. And we've actually seen some people jump and fall out of chairs when we put the sound in. So we're really excited about Nocturne. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.
Woohoo! Demacia!
Yeah, I just wanted to wrap this up. I mean, you know, we're just a small part of the Riot team, but there's a huge champion team that has been working countless hours, especially to make this happen right before PAX, so you guys can play it. There's our effects artists, our story artists. We have so many people, producers, and this is the champion team that is churning out these champions. So take the time, talk to us while we're at the booth, give us your ideas, give us your feedback. We'd love to hear from you guys. This game is your game. right? And we're listening to the community. We want to have your feedback, especially on a cool character like Nocturne. Thank you so much, guys.